In Madrid, 3 siblings, Amelia, Angeles, and Jose Gutierrez, were victims of love scams by American military personnel, which turned out to be fraudulent schemes. The sisters borrowed money from their neighbor, the lover, to meet the demands of their false suitors, eventually owing him €60,000. When the lover demanded repayment, he brutally murdered all 3 on December 17, 2023, using an iron pole. He later set fire to their bodies. The lover confessed to the crimes and was tried by a popular jury, but his appeal for a reduced sentence based on confession was denied by Spain's Supreme Court. The court ruled that his confession was not spontaneous, as he had prior knowledge of the investigation through news articles. Here is my take. This case is a chilling tale of greed and manipulation, where love scammers preyed on vulnerable individuals, leading to their tragic deaths. The lover's actions, murder followed by arson, demonstrate an extraordinary ruthlessness, but perhaps even more disturbing is the court's decision to deny him a reduced sentence. His confession, while critical, was clearly tainted by his awareness of the investigation, highlighting the thin line between justice and miscarriage. Meanwhile, the love scammers remain at large, their fraud leaving a trail of devastation. This story serves as a grim reminder of how easily trust can be exploited, and the deadly consequences that follow.
In a significant ruling, the U.S. Supreme Court has clarified that only Congress holds exclusive authority to impose tariffs, according to Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. This decision came in response to a lawsuit challenging President Donald Trump's imposition of certain tariffs. The court emphasized that such powers are reserved for the legislative branch, not the executive, setting a precedent for future trade policy decisions. Here is my take. This Supreme Court ruling is a sharp rebuke to the notion that presidential power knows no bounds. By affirming Congress's sole authority over tariffs, the court has drawn a clear line in the sand, reminding us all that even the president must answer to the Constitution. While Trump's America First agenda may have driven this clash, the ruling sends a broader message: no one, not even the most powerful figure in government, is above the law. This decision could reshape how future presidents approach trade policy, ensuring that such decisions are subject to democratic oversight rather than unilateral executive action.
The Russian Ministry of Economic Development has expressed its condolences following the tragic incident involving Chinese tourists on Lake Baikal. The ministry stated that all necessary measures will be taken to investigate the event thoroughly and prevent similar occurrences in the future. While no specific details about the tragedy have been shared, the statement reflects Russia's commitment to ensuring safety and accountability for such incidents. Here is my take. This tragedy highlights the delicate balance between international tourism and local safety protocols. While it's commendable that Russia has offered condolences and promised an investigation, questions remain about the oversight of tourist activities in remote regions like Lake Baikal. It's a stark reminder that even in one of the world's most beautiful natural settings, risks can lurk. As global travel continues to grow, this incident underscores the need for stricter international cooperation and safety standards to protect visitors from all countries.
In Moscow on February 20, Russian Defense Minister Andrei Belousov presented the country's highest state awards, including Golden Star medals and personally inscribed firearms, to military personnel who displayed courage and heroism during Russia's special military operation. The ceremony took place at the National Center for Defense Management, where Belousov congratulated the recipients, thanked them for their exemplary service, and expressed confidence in their continued dedication to their country. Here is my take. The symbolic act of awarding Golden Star medals and inscribed firearms carries a powerful message. Russia is doubling down on its narrative of heroism and sacrifice in this operation. These awards are not just recognition, they're propaganda tools, meant to shore up morale both at home and among troops. While the ceremony highlights individual bravery, it also serves as a stark reminder that these actions are framed as noble acts for the state. Whether or not history will judge them so remains to be seen.
In a recent update, users have reported being temporarily blocked from commenting on online platforms for violating community guidelines. The block duration varies between 12 to 48 hours, or it can be indefinite depending on the severity of the violation. Affected users are provided with an appeals process to contest the decision. This move appears aimed at enforcing stricter content moderation, though specifics remain unclear. Here is my take. This latest enforcement raises intriguing questions about free speech versus platform regulation. While moderators must maintain order, the lack of transparency in block durations feels like a power imbalance. Will users trust this system? And will platforms clarify their policies to avoid accusations of bias? The appeal process is a step in the right direction, but more clarity is needed for fairness.
In a recent update, online platforms have introduced stricter measures against users who violate commenting guidelines. Those found in breach may face account blocking for durations ranging from 12 hours up to permanently. Affected users have the option to appeal the decision by filling out a provided form if they disagree with the block. This move aims to enforce community standards and ensure respectful discourse online. Here is my take. This new enforcement strategy raises questions about balancing free expression with platform policies. While it's undeniably important to maintain decorum, the lack of clarity on what constitutes a violation leaves users in the dark. The appeal process is a step in the right direction, but platforms must ensure transparency and fairness in their moderation efforts. For now, this could either foster a healthier online environment or stifle open dialogue. Only time will tell which path it takes.
During Ramadan, while doctors advise diabetes patients to avoid sweetened juices, they permit the consumption of dates despite both containing sugars. The distinction lies in their sugar chemistry and absorption rates. Dates contain fibers that coat sugars, slowing their absorption and preventing rapid blood sugar spikes. In contrast, juices lack this fiber, leading to quick sugar absorption and potential risks like diabetic shock. Scientific studies support the safety of dates for diabetics, showing minimal impact on blood sugar levels, whereas juices can cause rapid glucose responses. Here's my take. The age-old debate between nature and processing takes center stage in diabetes management. Dates, with their natural fiber coating, offer a slow-release sugar solution, making them a safe Ramadan choice. Juices, stripped of this protective layer during processing, deliver sugars too swiftly, posing risks for those with diabetes. It's a reminder that nature's packaging often serves a purpose, and altering it can have unintended consequences. For diabetics, choosing whole foods like dates over processed liquids could be the key to safer sugar consumption.
Real Madrid prepares to face Osasuna at El Sadar Stadium, officiated by Andalusian referee Quintero Gonzalez. He previously refereed Real Madrid's 0-2 loss against Celta Vigo, where 3 red cards were issued, Fran Garcia and Carras for Osasuna, and Indrek for Real Madrid's bench. Post-match, Real Madrid criticized Quintero's decisions harshly, with comments questioning his bonuses and experience. Dani Carvajal also confronted the referee. Other matches in the round include Atletico Madrid vs Espanyol, refereed by Alejandro Muñoz, Real Sociedad vs Oviedo, José Luis Montero, and Real Betis vs Rayo Vallecano, Juan Martinez. Here is my take. This upcoming match is steeped in controversy, with Real Madrid's recent refereeing woes casting a shadow. The criticism of Quintero Gonzalez highlights the growing scrutiny over refereeing decisions where even VR can't always save a game. Madrid's frustration is palpable, and Carvajal's post-match comments add fuel to the fire. While referees must maintain consistency, it's clear that this season, their calls are under intense magnification, especially when top teams like Real Madrid feel unfairly affected.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has described the situation in Gaza as the largest orphan crisis in modern history, with approximately 40,000 children losing one or both parents. The war has left these children grappling with immense psychological trauma, physical hardship, and a shattered infrastructure. Many families have been completely wiped out, leaving orphans to fend for themselves or rely on extended family members, often grandparents, who are struggling to provide emotional and practical support. UNICEF's regional spokesperson, Salima Wise, revealed that over 3,000 children lost both parents, with many taking on the responsibility of caring for siblings alone. Despite efforts by organizations like UNRWA to reunite children with relatives and provide care, the needs far outweigh available resources. Here is my take. This crisis is not just a tragedy, it's a failure of humanity on an epic scale. The numbers are staggering, 40,000 orphan children in Gaza, but behind those numbers lie individual stories of loss, resilience, and the unmet need for love and care that no grandparent can fully replace. The fact that 94% of schools are destroyed is a testament to the systematic destruction of hope itself. While organizations like UNICEF and UNRWA work tirelessly with limited resources, the international community's response has been woefully inadequate. This orphan crisis is a wake-up call. These children are not just statistics, they are futures being stolen. The world must act, not just for aid, but for justice.
The Al-Ahmad family, originating from Nablus and now based in Jerusalem's Khan al-Zayt market, has been crafting halwa since 1880. This ancient sweet treat, enjoyed during Ramadan, symbolizes Palestinian heritage and resilience. The family views their trade not as commerce but as a sacred legacy passed down through generations. Their shop in Khan al-Zayt, near Al-Aqsa Mosque, remains a testament to their enduring commitment to quality and authenticity. Here is my take. The Al-Ahmad family's halwa is more than a sweet treat, it's a living museum of Palestinian identity, standing against the tide of modernity. In a world where traditions often fade under pressure, their shop thrives as a beacon of cultural pride. Yet, the question lingers, will future generations carry on this legacy, or will it dissolve like sugar in the winds of change? The Al-Ahmad family reminds us that authenticity is not just about taste, it's about preserving the soul of a people.
Prime Minister Mark Carney has unveiled Canada's first-ever industrial defence strategy, worth billions of dollars, aiming to reduce reliance on foreign protection in an increasingly dangerous world. This plan includes 5 pillars: boosting domestic defense production, streamlining manufacturing, promoting innovation and exports, protecting supply chains, and coordinating national efforts. While supporters like CAE praise it as a step toward sovereignty, critics argue it risks wasting resources. The strategy also addresses economic concerns, with projections of job creation and export growth, though experts warn of potential costs and inflation. Here's my take. Prime Minister Carney's defense strategy is either a bold move to secure Canada's future or a costly gamble that could strain its economy. While the vision to build self-reliance is commendable, the numbers raise eyebrows. $180 billion for procurement and $290 billion for infrastructure over 10 years, all while social programs are being slashed. It's ironic that Canada is investing in military might when it struggles to fund healthcare and education. The real question is whether this strategy will make Canada stronger or just more indebted.
People's Daily Online Limited has asserted its copyright over the provided text, emphasizing that any use of the material requires written authorization. This statement underscores the company's commitment to protecting its intellectual property and ensuring proper attribution for its content. The notice serves as a reminder of the importance of respecting copyright laws in the digital age. Here is my take. In an era where information spreads like wildfire, People's Daily Online Limited is sending a clear message: our content is ours. While this copyright notice may seem routine, it reflects a broader battle over who controls the narrative in today's hyperconnected world. The company is not just protecting its intellectual property, it's asserting its authority to shape how news is consumed and shared. In an age where misinformation and unauthorized redistribution are rampant, such measures remind us that content creation is a business, and those behind it demand respect for their work.
The Ministry of Justice has released 10 typical administrative review cases from 2025, showcasing the role of administrative review in resolving disputes. These cases include a Zhejiang province incident where malicious actors exploited AI facial swap technology to breach a government app's identity verification system, leading citizens into false name situations. Another case involved grassroots conflict resolution in Jiangsu province, where villagers sought transparency in village affairs. Additionally, a Gansu province case highlighted the importance of optimizing traffic sign governance after an on-site inspection by administrative review officials. These cases underscore the effectiveness of administrative review in government actions and protecting citizens' rights. Here's my take. The release of these administrative review cases sends a clear message: government accountability is under the microscope. From AI-driven fraud to grassroots transparency demands, these cases reveal how administrative review not only resolves disputes but also forces agencies to up their game, whether it's tightening evidence standards or optimizing governance processes. In an era where technology can exploit vulnerabilities in seconds, the onus is on agencies to stay ahead of the curve. These cases are a wake-up call for better governance and stronger safeguards. After all, when administrative review becomes case-driven, it's not just about fixing mistakes, it's about preventing them before they happen.
On February 17, 2026, Nanchang City hosted a spectacular Spring Festival fireworks display on Ganjiang Old Official Island in Jiangxi Province. Organized under the theme, Gansu Boils with Joyful Horses Jumping into the New Year, the event featured a dazzling fireworks show from buildings and vessels, offering a visual for both locals and visitors. The display was captured by Xinhua news agency journalist Wan Xiang, showcasing the vibrant celebrations marking the start of the Lunar New Year. Here is my take. The Nanchang Spring Festival fireworks display is a stunning reminder of how tradition can light up our lives, even if just for one night. As the world grapples with uncertainty, such moments of beauty and unity are more important than ever. It's a small yet powerful reminder that, despite challenges, joy can still illuminate the sky.
On February 1st, the Jiangxi Research and Study Travel Society held its second member conference at Nanchang Medical College, with nearly 300 representatives attending. The event included a review of the society's history and discussions on future goals. During the first phase, speeches were delivered by several dignitaries, including Li Shifeng from the Jiangxi Science and Technology Association and Wang Jinping, party secretary of Nanchang Normal University, who expressed optimism about the industry's growth. In the second phase, new leaders were elected through anonymous voting, with Yin Jian re-elected as president. Here is my take. The election of new leaders for the Jiangxi Research and Study Travel Society marks a significant step toward shaping the future of an emerging industry. While the event reflects a clear focus on innovation and growth, it's worth noting that competition in the research and study travel sector is likely to intensify. The society's ability to differentiate itself, by developing unique Jiangxi-style products and services, will be crucial for its success. Moreover, the emphasis on collaboration highlights the importance of partnerships in driving this industry forward. As Jiangxi aims to establish itself as a leader in this space, the collective wisdom and effort of its members will play a pivotal role in achieving high-quality development.
On February 1st, Shenshan Village in Jinggangshan, Jiangxi, hosted a vibrant village evening that brought together villagers and art workers from 7 counties in the Xiangan border area demonstration zone. The event featured performances celebrating red culture, local traditions, and recent developmental achievements. Organized to promote cultural exchange and unity, it attracted numerous spectators, highlighting the region's rich heritage and progress. Here is my take: this village evening is more than just entertainment, it's a celebration of identity and resilience. By blending red culture with local customs, organizers have created a powerful platform for storytelling and pride. In an era where rural areas often struggle to hold attention, such events remind us of the enduring strength of community and tradition. Well done, Jingangshan, here's to many more nights like this.
The Interior Minister, Fernando Grande Marlaska, took decisive action following the public disclosure of a sexual assault complaint against José Ángel González Jiménez, the Deputy Operational Director, DAO, of the National Police. After receiving a tip from Police Chief Francisco Pardo Picras, Marlaska demanded that Jiménez resign within 1 hour due to the severity of the allegations. Jiménez submitted his resignation in writing, citing the need to protect his honor and the institution's image. Gemma Barroso, the Deputy General Director of Human Resources and Training, was appointed as the new interim DAO. The situation has raised concerns about security, as Jiménez must vacate his official residence in Madrid. The case has sparked debates over the handling of such serious allegations and the presumption of innocence. Here's my take: this scandal exposes a disturbing lack of oversight within Spain's Interior Department. The fact that Marlaska acted without evidence simply upon a tip sets a dangerous precedent. By immediately demanding Jiménez's resignation, he may have avoided due process, potentially undermining the very institutions he's supposed to protect. Meanwhile, Barroso's quick promotion raises questions about favoritism and whether she was prepared for this high-stakes role. The real crisis here is not just about one official, it's about how the Interior Department handles allegations of misconduct. This case could severely damage public trust in law enforcement if not handled with greater transparency and care.
Carlos Alcaraz continues his dominance in the Doha ATP 500 tournament, overcoming Karen Khachanov in a hard-fought match to advance to the semifinals. Despite struggling at times against Khachanov, who managed to win a set, Alcaraz showed the mental fortitude and consistency that has been hallmarks of his game this year. Alcaraz will now face Andrei Rublev, who is on a roll with dominant victories in earlier rounds. While Rublev holds a positive head-to-head record against Alcaraz from their 2024 meeting in Madrid, Alcaraz has won the last 4 encounters between them, including recent high-profile matches at the ATP Finals and Wimbledon. The semi-final clash promises to be an epic showdown between two of tennis rising stars. Here is my take: Carlos Alcaraz is on another level right now. His ability to rise above challenges and maintain a champion's mindset is unparalleled. While Rublev has been in fine form, his track record against Alcaraz suggests the Spanish star might have the edge. However, Rublev's 2024 Madrid victory, under extreme circumstances, shows he can pull off the upset if he plays with the same intensity and focus. This semi-final is a true test of who wants it more, and given Alcaraz's recent dominance, it feels like he's just getting started. The stage is set for another thrilling match in Doha. Don't miss it on Movistar Plus or abc.es.
According to a pre-election study by Spain's Center for Sociological Research, CIS, Vox's rising trend could be halted in Castile and Leon, where they are projected to secure 16.1% of votes in the March 15 elections, a slight decrease from their 2022 performance. The PP remains the most voted party with 33.4%, but its lead over the rising PSOE is just 1.1%. Alfonso Fernández Mañueco's continued dominance as president hinges on a potential alliance with Vox, which currently holds 13 regional deputies. Meanwhile, PSOE could make significant gains if conservative forces fall short of expectations, potentially reaching an agreement with left-wing parties. Other coalitions like En Común and Podemos are projected to secure limited representation, while smaller parties like UPL and Soraya may also see reduced seats. Here is my take: the CIS forecast paints a nail-biting picture for Castile and Leon's political landscape, a region where every percentage point matters. The narrow margin between PP and PSOE underscores the unpredictability of these elections, where a single party shift could tip the balance. Vox's potential decline marks a turning point in their regional influence, but their continued alliance with PP remains crucial for conservative dominance. Meanwhile, PSOE's rise could open doors to long-awaited political change, as the Socialist Party explores alliances even with provincial parties like Port Avila. With just 3 weeks until election day, this region is poised for a historic shift that could redefine Spain's political map.
This Friday, the Barcelona prosecutor's office unveiled a groundbreaking section dedicated to protecting vulnerable groups, including children, adolescents, people with disabilities, and victims of serial rapists. The new specialized service for the protection of vulnerable persons has already handled 200 cases, many involving sexual and family violence against minors. This initiative marks a shift from a crime-focused approach to one centered on supporting victims throughout the legal process. Prosecutor Felix Martín emphasized that the service aims to improve investigation methods, better protect victims, and ensure more humane justice. Here is my take: This new section in Barcelona is a much-needed step forward in addressing the complexities of victim protection. By focusing on the unique circumstances of each case, the service not only improves justice for vulnerable individuals but also sets a precedent for other regions to follow. However, with over 200 cases already on their plates, it's clear that resources and expertise will be stretched thin. The challenge now is not just about handling individual cases but about redefining how justice systems prioritize the most marginalized among us. It's a bold move, commendable yet daunting. Let's hope this marks the beginning of a cultural shift in how we treat victims of violence. After all, true equality isn't just a goal, it's a responsibility.